let's start with what are the top teams to watch for AFCON this year?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Esther. I think the top teams that'll be on the tournament for this year would definitely have to be the reigning champions, Senegal. So Senegal will be at the top, and right after that, I would put in Morocco after having performed as well as they did in the World Cup. I just heard that they have recently just landed in Ivory Coast, meaning that they are taking this tournament very, very seriously. In the past, Esther, you would have teams that would not take this tournament as seriously, so they would show up after a performance like that maybe a day before their game. So it's really, really good to see that they are doing that and they're taking this game and this tournament very, very seriously. On top of that, I would say Egypt. Egypt have some of the brightest stars from the continent. You have a player by the name of Mohamed Salah, Mo Salah, very, very popular player, not only in the continent, but in the world. He will be on top form, and he said he is so excited to be playing for his home country of Egypt, and he's ready to play in this tournament. If I was to put in another team, I would say Nigeria. Nigeria has some of the most talented stars from Africa playing in high-level clubs. Victor Osimhen, African Player of the Year, as well as Victor Boniface, playing in Bayern Leverkusen at the moment. So I would say those teams are the teams that I expect to be playing at a very, very high level and are expected to win this tournament.
In terms, you speak in terms of the teams, but who are some of the biggest stars in the tournament this year?
If we were to say some of the players that I had just recently mentioned, right? Mo Salah, leading the league in English Premier League in goals and assists, unbelievable. We have another player, Victor Osimhen, I just mentioned as well, African Player of the Year. Mohamed Kudus is a very, very amazing young Ghanaian star who really, that team will go as he goes. So I'm excited to see what he does for this team. Some would argue that he is the best buy over the summer for his club in England for West Ham. Another player that I would say would be Victor Boniface that I just mentioned a little while ago.
And the question is why? Are they so fast?
I would say
what's the trick here?
A lot of these different players bring different things to it, right? When you have a player like Mo Salah or Sadio Mane, more so than their speed and their physical prowess, it's also the level of IQ that they have for the game. And the beauty of African players in today's game is that it's no longer a game only for Europe, right? This is a game, it's a continental game. It used to be mainly Europe and South America. You would have the Brazilian, Argentinian stars alongside the Europeans. African players are playing at a high level right now. So that's why clubs across the world now are taking it very, very seriously and making sure that, you know, that they're watching these type of tournaments. So this also could be potential you know, a tournament that could raise the value of a specific player, maybe trying to get the attention of some of these premier clubs.
And who might be the potential dark horse team that may win the tournament?
It's tough, Esther. That's tough. I would say let's put Ivory Coast in there. And the reason why I say Ivory Coast is because it will be in Ivory Coast. You know, when you have that, the fans, it just adds a different level of excitement. A lot of players will tell you that they not only love playing for their club, they love playing for their home country more so than anything else. You have a player actually that I didn't mention by the name of Sebastian Haller. He plays for the German side, Dortmund, Russia, Borussia, I should say, I'm sorry. But he is on form right now and he's playing at a high level. He's expected to play at a very, very high level for his side. So now I would say Ivory Coast, number one. I would put Mali. I would say Mali would be number two. And if I was to sneak in one more, maybe DR Congo.
All right.